there's also good talent out there. You know, the biggest mistake that probably any business in our industry or however you want to do it is not reacting quick enough to when things change.
Yeah.
Man, we used to have a recruiting department and I had 4, 5, 6 people in there just calling all day long, making offers. I think we have 2 people now.
Right.
Because they're calling us.
Yeah.
So what's happening is as things change, you got to change it with them or else your margins are going to get totally screwed up.
Right.
So
yeah, and actually that brings about a good point you brought up yesterday. You're kind of thinking a quarter at a time.
Yep.
I mean, don't get hung up on some initiative you said we're going to do this in January.
Yep.
Just to do it, right?
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, and so if you're trying to grow 20%, probably pretty achievable for a lot of people in this, maybe that are watching this or in this industry, you know, and that's going to come out to roughly 5% a quarter. And if you compound, it's actually less than that. Call it 4%. I mean, I'm just looking at next January through March.
Yeah.
I want to grow 4%. Do I have the resources and the assets that we need and the strategic plan and what possibly would stay? That's how we do it. Everyone does it different. We say we want to say that's the number that we want to hit. We instantly go to, let's start writing down anything that would stop us from achieving that. And then we just try to problem solve around that.
Do you guys get together weekly to brainstorm?
Quarterly. Yeah.
Okay.
So about 6 weeks out from the start of the next quarter is our rhythm.
Okay.
And it's, here's where we're at. We have enough data from the current quarter to kind of feel like what's going, and then kind of project into the next quarter, see where we want to be, and then talk about what is it that we need to start. And a lot of it's carryover conversations.
Yeah.
I mean, but some of it's not, you know, one quarter, I mean, it was Q4 of last year, we're talking about recruiting.
Right.
90 days later, when we're sitting in that meeting, we're not talking about that at all.
Right.
So that's how quick that can change.
Sure. So that's a good follow-up. It'd be recruiting. How about retention? That was such a big thing we talked about last year.
Yep.
Is retention, I mean, obviously you worry about your people, but is it not as strong of a focus now because people aren't leaving as much?
We don't have to put as much effort into it.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously nobody wants their people to leave.
Yeah, 100%.
But now looking at that, we're not having to do near as much as we used to.
Right.
People aren't coming after our people like they were. And like I said, it goes back now. In order to stay healthy, you may have to adjust some of those things that you were doing during that one period